Have you ever heard someone say that the reason it's called fossil fuel is because oil and natural gas is made from dinosaur bones? That's actually not true. Fossils aren't even made from dinosaur bones. Bones go through a process where minerals replace the soft tissue. So when you're seeing that rock-like formation that looks like dinosaur bones, they're not the actual bones, which is why we call them fossils and not bones. But oil and natural gas, not even close. I'm going to tell you what it's really made of and why it's called fossil fuel. So the actual oil that we dig up comes from plankton and algae. Now they're millions of years old. Basically, when algae and plankton die, they sink to the bottom of the ocean where there's not really any oxygen. It can't fully decompose, but what it does do is it gets buried in sediment, and this sediment builds up over time. Between the pressure and the heat and the buildup, it becomes kind of like a waxy substance. It's called kerogen. With even more heat and pressure, thermal cracking begins. And that process breaks down hydrocarbons. The oil then migrates through the porous rock and goes underneath non-porous rocks, and that's how we get a reservoir, and that's what we're drilling. And while dinosaurs were alive during the Mesozoic era, which is where most of this plankton algae is from, they contribute very little, if any, to actual oil and gas, and the reason being is most of it comes from sea life, not terrestrial life. But because it happened around the same time, we call it fossil fuel, which does sound a lot cooler.